All right, welcome everyone to another episode of Wong Chat, where I talk with friends and guests about almost anything. It's pretty much just two friends hanging out, chatting, and I'm glad you all can join us. Of course, you can always watch this on YouTube or watch it live on Twitch, or even listen to it on Spotify, iTunes, or different podcast platforms. So anywhere you want. Today, I have a good friend of mine. Her name is Zedra. She loves guns. She also might be in a video game. You might have seen her if you play Call of Duty. And she apparently also make pastry before. I don't know. That was on her profile. So we'll take a look. Anyway, um, welcome, Alex. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. How's everything? How's like? Is it crazy right now, especially with the coronavirus, or how is that like for you?
I'm super bored, but the thing is, like, I'm introverted, like we spoken about earlier.
Mhm.
I always stay at home anyway, or I'm gaming
Oh.
regardless.
Oh
We're
no,
working
I'm
on.
an extrovert. You're an introvert. I'm an
Oh, you're an
extrovert.
extrovert? Oh
So
my god, you
oh,
must be going insane.
it is yeah, like all my introverted friends, which is actually everyone in my house as well. So they still stay in their own room and close their door. I'm like, oh, I need
See, that's
human.
okay with me. Like, I
Oh,
don't need to hang out with a bunch of people. So, me streaming on Twitch, like, that is enough. Like,
see that's
social.
why I'm doing this podcast and more streaming. I'm like streaming every day now because like I just crave that interaction. But it's harder too because like on stream sometimes if I don't have enough people watching or like there's not enough interaction, I'm just like also there's a delay, like a lag. Then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'll just say something and hopefully, especially when I make jokes, I'm like, hopefully that was funny. Nobody laughed. Yeah,
Okay,
and then
here's
5 seconds later, they're like low, like oh okay, someone got it. Yeah.
I'm terrible because I'll ask a question
Uh-huh.
and then, 10, 15 seconds later, I'll get an answer and I'm like, what the heck are you guys talking about? And they're like, you literally asked us a question. I'm like, oh crap, my bad. I'm literally the worst.
Do you
So,
do like the lagless kind or do you slow mode when you stream?
I usually let it run wild.
Okay,
Sometimes
so
I have to swap to slow mode though, depending on how crazy it is.
because there's also a problem too, like if you playing a live games, right? With you have opponent able to watch you play and then try to like camp you on like when you play the game, like they'll see where you are, like when you're streaming.
You mean like a camera setup at the bottom?
No, like because when you stream, you play video games, right? And someone if they recognize your username and they're like, oh, I know this girl, she stream, and then they will go on your stream to see where you are, like the whole map,
Oh,
like your camera
yeah, all
perspective.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
even people that are like in a game will come find me on stream, be like, "Oh, I just played a game with you. You kicked her ass." It probably wasn't me that did that. Probably one of my friends that I play with because I get carried.
that's kind of my. I mean, I'm not that good at video games, so I usually get carried. That's my strategy.
Same.
Yeah.
Through my life.
So do you actually I mean, not actually. Do you started playing Call of Duty before you even got in the whole campaign, or did you just start it after you got in the campaign with them, or?
I've been playing Call of Duty for a while. I originally had it on PlayStation, and then they came out with what was it, Advanced Warfare or Infinite Warfare, and I kind of fell off after
There's so
that.
many
Didn't
names.
really play World War III.
Uh-huh.
I think that's what it was. World War II. I don't even remember. There's a game called World War III that's getting mixed up with, but Call of Duty came out with World War II, and I just kind of really didn't play it. But yeah, I've been playing it forever.
I played some long time ago, but I kind of dropped off. I kind of lost track too, as you said. There's so many different titles after the first few. Then there's like Advanced Warfare, and there's like Modern Warfare, and there's also Call of Duty. But there's also what's the other brand?
Battlefield.
Battlefield. Yeah, Battlefield. So I get kind of mixed up because sometimes they also do similar things sometimes too. One of them like put in place in the future, and other ones also in the future, and sometimes they go back to World War II. Sometimes like back and forth.
No, there was a game called World War III that came out that was freaking awesome. I don't know what happened to it. It was kind of like a mix. Do you play Siege at all? Rainbow
No.
Six.
Oh no! Yes, I did. Yes.
So it was kind of like that, but a mix of Call of Duty, a little bit of Battlefield. I don't know. It was on PC. Maybe someone in chat might know what it was. What happened to it? I don't know, but it was an awesome game. So if you ever, get bored,
give it a try.
yeah,
I mean,
awesome.
now's a good time to be bored.
Yeah, I know. Now we have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
And people are still, I mean, now it's hard to make excuse like, oh, if I have time at home, I'll clean up the cabinet or whatever. And now it's like, hey, you should be home. So how's that
Mhm.
cabinet coming along?
Yeah, yeah, I know. There's lots of chores and things. I'm looking around projects I need to do that aren't finished, that I
Yeah,
don't really want to finish, but I need to because I have nothing else to
same.
do. So
I do this thing where I procrastinate by doing one thing. And then if I don't want to do certain things, I just do a different task. So
mhm.
like, it's like, oh, but I guess it's productive. Like I'm trying to force myself to edit at least a photo per day now, so I can have one, yeah, every day to post.
Yeah,
But it
yeah.
takes forever. It takes me like two to
Your
three
photos
hours.
are awesome.
Thank
Like,
you, thank
what
you.
for how long do you take
One
per photo?
photo usually take about 2 hours, maybe
Wow.
more. Yeah, depends how. Cause like you can spend infinite amounts of time on it. So think of it as a painting. You can always add more details or change the look,
Right,
play with the color. But the problem is that I don't think people are able to see as much as I want them to see because Instagram there's limits of what you can see. Same for
right.
almost any platform.
Yeah,
So I hope there's gonna be a better, newer platform later that people care for, but not yet.
sure. I mean, it's kinda like Facebook. Facebook kinda died off after
Mhm.
Instagram came out, so, there's gotta be something else after Instagram, which is I guess we're all
But
waiting.
the funny thing is that both Facebook and Instagram are both owned by Facebook.
I know, and then yeah, it's weird. But I never get on Facebook, though. I never use it
So
anymore.
here's the good thing about too, right? People complain about Facebook a lot back in the days, but now that's because like, oh, all I see are other random stuff. But now, yes, pages reach is dead. But at the same
Mhm.
time, I mean, the reason it's dead because you don't see as much page on your timeline. You see more of your friends and family. So it's exactly what people ask for, but people will still complain about it.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So, but you have a very active Instagram though. I see your stuff all the time.
Surprisingly, I do, just because, like you said earlier, I love guns, and I'm
Uh huh.
constantly posting firearms all the time. A lot of firearm pages, whether they're people or businesses, are getting flagged on Instagram and getting removed, or their content is being, people call it shadow banned or whatever,
Hmm.
just it's promoting violence and all this stuff. And surprisingly, I haven't had that hit yet. I don't know why. I think it's
Hmm.
just because 'cause I'm, like, just treading the line, between promoting violence or whatever and firearms, and I don't know. I just got super lucky, I think. There has
That's
been a
good.
couple photos, um, that did get removed. I
Hmm.
actually had a knife, and it was a knife photo, surprisingly. Usually, they're
Is
like,
knife
"Oh."
not allowed?
Yeah, but when I get a new knife, I do this thing where when you have a brand new blade and it's super, super sharp,
Uh
you
huh.
just, like, glide it along your arm
Uh
just
huh.
to, like, see it cut your arm hair.
Here, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's how you determine, if your
If it's
blade is
sure.
on point and the sharpness is good. Like, if you see your hair come off, you're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, this thing's solid."
Uh huh.
And, yeah, I had a photo of me doing that, and it got removed for, self-harm, and I'm like, "I'm not cutting myself." I'm like, "Or whatever." And I reposted it, and it got removed again, and I was like, "Okay, forget it." So they
Oh
were
man.
yeah, so that part sucked. But for the most
Maybe
part,
you need to do it as
everything
a video next time. Maybe video is
yeah, I
better. It's like there's no blood. I'm not cutting into
know.
myself, it's on myself. It's shaved on you, not off you.
Yeah, yeah. So, but
That's
that's
got
probably the
that's
only thing
that's good
that I've
though.
had bad. Everything else has been great. Engagement's awesome, which is super rare.
Hmm.
I know a lot of people, their engagement would go up, and then all of a sudden everyone's, likes and comments and followings just started bombing all of a sudden out of nowhere. I don't know if it's because people are getting bored of the app, or I
No,
don't know.
I think the problem is that everybody is. So we have a huge surge of people doing Instagram. So every time you bring in more people, then more people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I like this." People get it. So it's just more. I think it's spread out. That's what it is. So of course,
Yeah.
I have an engagement because there is a limit to the pie. Like not as much people say like, "Oh yeah, there's enough pie for everybody." I wouldn't say that. There are still
Mhm.
limited amounts of people that will be on Instagram per day. Just
Right.
more or less. But yeah, no,
Since
yeah,
there's nothing
it
else to
should be.
do.
So here's the thing. I was thinking about this too. Like a l- more people are doing streaming because more people watching it, but because more people watching it, there's for more people are also streaming.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So
true.
so it's kind of like
Yeah,
I want
so it's like
right?
a backfired. It's like, oh yeah, now there's more
Yeah.
people streaming, there's more people to pick from to watch other than yourself. So you're like, I don't know.
It's kind of like living in LA, right? Because I live in LA. It's like, oh, LA is great. Come over. And then like I'm in LA now. It's like I tell my friends to like, dude, LA is great. You should come. But then every day there's more and more traffic. Not today, not right now, but during normal seasons, like, oh, there's like traffic everywhere. It's like we need less people, not bringing in more people. But that's the
Yeah.
situation, you know.
So for the first time, can you say that LA's got no traffic?
I think it's quieter. I would say there's still some traffic. Like the other day, I still got stuck in traffic because there was either I can't tell if it's construction or the cop was doing something, but it's definitely less.
Yeah.
But I haven't drive out as much. But I would love to do like technically if I'm in a car, I should be allowed, right? Because I'm definitely 6 feet away from anybody.
And you're in a
Exactly.
solid
I'm in a container, that's like in its own air, and like yeah, if I'm 6 feet at someone, I'm way too close to someone inside a car. So
Right.
let's hope I'm not doing that. So I want to drive around to take some photos. That's the
Yeah.
plan. But I don't know where to go.
I drove 4 hours to Asheville, North Carolina. They have
Wow.
awesome waterfalls and mountains and stuff, and there was like not really anybody out there, so
That's
that was
great.
the best thing to do.
But last Friday, is it Friday? I think it was Friday. California says I got a message on my phone. It actually like it's similar to those Amber Alerts. It makes a sound.
Yeah,
And
I
then
got one of those today.
yeah, I got one on Friday, and it's like, oh, all the beaches and trails are closed now. So I don't know if I even go on hiking anymore.
I live at the beach. I'm in Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, and
Mm,
I heard that our beaches were closed. I haven't gone to check, but it was kind of too cold today to check anyway. But mine was just, yeah, my emergency alert was 3 hours ago saying non-essential businesses are to be closed and to stay at home.
that has
So
been for us
I don't know what
for
that means.
2 months, 2 weeks now.
Yeah, non-essential business. Like I consider everything an essential business. Like
Yeah.
my hairstylist or something. That's essential to
Oh,
me.
there's
I
so
feel like
many posts online right now where people are saying their hair is just like horrible. Like, because
yeah.
yeah,
I feel like my hair, my makeup, my Botox is wearing out. I'm getting
yeah,
wrinkles again.
everyone
I'm
looking
gonna
like
start looking haggard. I'm gonna look like I came out of hell when I'm done with this quarantine thing.
everyone look like Joe Exotic from Tiger
Mhm.
King. Have you seen that show yet?
Oh yeah, I just finished a couple days ago.
Yeah, I binged it like 2 days ago. I'm like, what am I doing?
I actually know Doc.
Hmm,
That safari is literally like 5 minutes from my house. Maybe about 10 now since I just moved.
but
But I used
still,
to go there all
wow.
the time. Yeah, and when I had the bakery, they would come in all the time, and I would give them free cupcakes all the time. So we would just trade off cupcakes for, tiger experiences, and I don't know. And I
That's a good
remember,
trade.
yeah, hell yeah, it is. It's the best trade ever. And I remember my high school was near uh, where their facility is and where they live, and they used to
Hmm.
take Bubbles, their elephant, into the waterway.
Mm.
So and the waterway runs along behind our high school. So I'm just chilling in my friend's car. The next thing you see a freaking elephant walking down the street in your neighborhood. It's like, what the hell is going on? That was a
That
very long time ago, and I'm showing my age, but
that is wild though.
yeah, it's crazy. And then to see him on
Did you see him with all his partners as well?
yeah, we all kind of knew that there was something going on there. Like there was always rumors, like,
Hmm.
we're all a bunch of locals. We grew up here. We're not dumb. I have friends that work there. Um, and there was just no solid proof. It was just talk.
Uh
So now that I see, I don't know, that it was
I'm
on a Netflix series, I'm like, I knew it. I freaking knew it.
because like it's not something that people ask anyway, but it's obviously like, huh, look, a harem, like a group of people. How about that?
God. Hmm.
Oh man, I watched the show like 2 days ago. I binged it all in 7 hours straight. I mean, while I'm
Yeah,
editing,
what
while
else can
playing
we
video
do?
games.
Yeah.
But it was crazy too because I was playing games or editing, and then almost like every 10 minutes, I was like, wait, hold on, what did they just say? Like, because I have two screen, right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, what? So yeah, and there's a few times like, what is going on? I'm like, I don't know. It just keep getting crazier and crazier. So
I know.
good
Like the
entertainment.
first few episodes, I was like, yeah, whatever. And then it just got freaking just took a 180 and just went freaking nuts. And I was like, is
Mhm.
this serious? And what's even crazier to me is this is all super recent. Like
I
John,
know.
his facility got raided by the feds just a few months ago
Hmm,
here
hmm.
locally. And I was like, what the heck? Oh my gosh, this is nuts.
I think
So
they literally wrap it in January,
yeah,
and then they actually editing for the last 2 months or 3 months, and then finally release it. But like when I first watched it, I thought it's like either a parody or a like a reenactment of the documentary because there's so many things they're doing. It's like because I of course I didn't try to find out the ending first, but I'm like, how are you guys getting this kind of like materials? Because like if some of them is already in jail, and then because I saw some description about like, oh, some of them like accused of murder or stuff like that. So I was like, people would be in jail. How are you recording like outside of jail and
yeah,
everything? And I
yeah,
realized, oh my god, they've been recordings for the last like 3 or 4 years,
yeah.
and it's crazy.
Mm, I know. I mean,
Uh,
I'm just curious how they even found all this
so
info. Like, I don't even know how this documentary even started. You
So I
know?
read a little bit about it, but I think they started out because the two producer or director, whatever they are, they were trying to investigate on how people do reptile trade, and they were just swallowing someone that has to do with like a snake or something. They bought a snake, but then someone in the parking lot was like, "Look what I just got," and it's like a snow leopard, and then they're
Oh
like,
yeah, that was like in a van or something.
"Yeah, yeah," and they're like,
And it's like 100
"WTF?"
degrees outside, and they're
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Like,
no
what the
leopard.
heck is this? And it's like, yeah, I guess
No.
no leopard. Yeah. And then just
Yep.
realize how easy it is to get a tiger or lion or any of those big cats animal. And then they're like, okay. And then of course soon enough they'll try to see who's the biggest person in that world. Then they found, of course, Joe, they found Carol Baskin.
They're like, oh my god, we have this pot of gold we're sitting on. We have to make a documentary out of this. Probably what happened,
And the
but
great thing is that because they're also egotistical, so they are
yeah,
egotistic, and they just have so much videos and so much like material footage of just either recording them or they have it themselves already.
yeah, it's
So
nuts. It
it's
makes it
just
super easy for the dudes who are doing the documentary. But what was crazy to me is when I found out that Joe Exotic said he would sell a tiger for $2,000.
mhm,
Like my jaw hit the floor because
so easy.
I know a crap ton of people that would spend $6,000 on a freaking gun,
Yeah,
just a rifle. So, I mean, that's 3 tigers. I
and a
could have
lot
bought a tiger.
and lots of people are getting the stimulus check right now, $1,200. So if you're a couple, you have 2,400, you can buy
I
a
know.
tiger now.
Yeah. Only problem is how are you gonna feed it? Because
That's
Walmart, all the grocery stores are completely wiped out of meat. Like, right now is, like, the best time to be a vegetarian because
mhm.
there's no meat that I can find anywhere where I'm from anyway.
Is it harder?
Yeah. I've been able to find, some steak and actually found some ground beef, like, a day or 2 ago, but like, a week ago, when this first all, like, blew up,
Uh-huh.
uh, all the like, everything was completely wiped out of everything. The only thing that was available was, like, frozen chicken nuggets or something, but yeah.
What about toilet paper? Do you guys have toilet paper?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, I went in the baby section and got baby wipes. Apparently, no one thought of this because there's enough baby wipes there for me to last for the rest of the week, but
Now they know.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm like Costco and everywhere here is still out of toilet paper. Food wise, I'm in California, so in LA, food wise, it's still okay. I think we have abundant of food, but toilet paper, not so much. So we're still counting each roll every day. It's like, okay,
You're,
how long
like,
is this gonna last? Yep.
rationing out your little square pieces.
I feel like I should be start ration like to the all house, like everyone in the house. Like, all right, everyone get 10 piece per day. Be
Yeah.
smart about it. Make a 5 ply into 1 ply.
Yeah, my brother was using paper towels. He was like, "My
Mhm.
butt's getting raw." I'm like, "Well, what are you wiping with?" He's like, "I'm using paper towels." I'm like, Go find some baby wipes."
The
That's
problem
paper
with
towels the last thing.
paper towels is that some of them do not dissolve in water.
Yeah.
So then you might clock your drink, and then it's gonna be even worse.
That would suck.
Yeah, that would suck bad, and
Yeah,
so no, so we're trying. Yeah, so don't worry, we'll figure it out. But I should start opening like accept donation instead of like Patreon or anything. It's like I should take
just
toilet paper.
paper.
Yeah,
I don't want money. Send me the other kind of paper.
I didn't know that's a new currency now, toilet paper.
Yeah. Or you can use $1 bill as toilet paper.
I mean, making sure you wash it first, though. I don't know where the toilet. I don't know where the dollar bill has been.
First or probably first.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, are you gonna reuse it then?
Well, no, I might go buy some stuff with it afterwards. Like, don't ask me where this came from.
Yeah. I mean, hey, lots of actually a lot of US dollar bill. I forgot where I read about it. Is that it has been through someone's crack.
Oh my god.
I mean, come on, think about it. Like that has to the circulation has to work some way, right? You spend so much. There's so many dollar bills used in strip club. It has to go through somewhere.
Yeah, you're right.
I wonder how bad is strip club hurting now.
I don't know. Yeah, they probably.
I read that some of them are doing online ones, so it's pretty much like a cam show. But yeah. So some of the establishments has make website to be like, oh yeah, you can still come.
So like of the stage
dancers.
or at home. So they have like a camera of the stage.
I guess they can still go to the stage. I guess, yeah. It's still a stage. I saw a picture of it. Yeah,
that'd be cool for VR.
Oh, we're not there yet. Like Ready Player One kind of style.
Yeah,
but strip club.
But,
I mean, that's what they did too. Like even
strip club Grand Theft Auto, you can get a lap dance.
Yeah, have you seen Ready Player One?
Yeah, I have. I actually read the book, and the movie disappointed me because the book is so much better than the movie.
As usual, because you can have so much more information in it too. The movie, you have what, 2 hours, 3 hours
to get it all out, and there's some really cool things that they skipped. But
you also have to like make it cool for the general audience who does not care about like the different aspects of it or stuff like that.
Like the deep, like intellect, like thoughts that you have about a book. They don't care about.
And like in the movie too, they do have you saw like a big lady who doing like stripping, not stripping, but she's like dancing around a pole inside in the movie as well. So she could be like a dancer.
Or what's that thing? Chatterbait came out with.
Oh, they have a thing? I don't know.
The Avatar. It's like a fake.
Yeah. I've seen those before.
Fake 3D character that everyone's like throwing money at apparently, and it like it strips or something. I don't freaking know.
I have seen VR adult camp before, and then you can like strap something around your waist as well, so you can like move with
some robot, or like kind of like
you can move with the game. So I saw someone like even using it, like they were demonstrating it at AX Anime Expo, last year.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're like balling right now with this quarantine thing. You know what? There's going to be another baby boom after all this is over and said and done with, There's going to be a lot of people that are popping out babies in like 9 months from now. Guarantee it.
Yeah, they're calling them like when they hurt teenagers, like quarantine or something. Quarantine. Quarantine, yeah. They're quarantine kids.
Quarantine.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to happen. Especially having stuck at home. I mean, I hope they can still get condom. At least maybe not Joe Exotic condom, but some condom.
Oh, I saw those.
Yeah.
I would buy some of those. I wouldn't use them. I would just.
Oh yeah, definitely not. I actually thought about doing like a condom business. That's gag condoms. I have so many good ideas. Like I even have a notepad. Like I've written down with all the condoms
random ideas that you come out with.
Yeah, one of my favorite ones is, but I have to get like license from Nintendo. I want to make a Pokemon condom where you can't tell what Pokemon is until you have sex and then they come off.
Or it's like a color changing.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't expose the image until it's exposed to like warm.
Yeah, like heat sensitive kind of thing, right? Yeah. So like, who's that Pokemon? And then you fuck, and then
you're
like
it's Pikachu.
Yeah. That I think that would be amazing. I mean, the other one is my only
Oh my
other
god,
option. Not
you could
only,
sell the shit out of
right?
those.
That works so well. The other one
Yeah.
idea I have is the life is it lifesaver, the candy. Like it's just different. Like it's like a popsicle where it's a different flavor, so you can
Oh,
get
it
to.
has different layers?
Well,
You
no, layer will come off, but more like like let's say the condom's like let's say this is a condom, right? This is scissors, but like this size cherry, then it go a little bit closer, it's like blueberry, then it's like lemon, and then lime, and then
Oh,
guys gonna have big contests like, oh yeah, hey, my girl got to like lime or like watermelon. That's how long my dick. Like I bet guys will do dumb shit like that.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm apple, but like, oh, well, I'm watermelon. You're like, damn.
So yeah, so so I feel like that would be a great business, especially now.
Yeah, for sure. Now's the time to do it, man.
Yeah.
We don't have we have nothing but time.
Yeah. I mean, for we can also make like special like one time off with different like content creator. That would be weird because like I'm not sure kind of because it's not exactly sexual content, but it's toys for sex or like safe sex. So like what if we make one for you, which is like different type of guns.
Like, you want the 1911 or do you want the AR-15?
But then would people like collect them? Like it'd be weird to like, oh yeah, just like hang them on the wall.
Hell yeah. People like, damn, you got a really big gun collection. Like, those aren't
Oh, I see my camera froze. But yeah, tell me more about your speaking of gun stuff. How long have you been into guns?
Pretty much my whole life. I was born and raised in the South, so we just went hunting and fishing, and that was just totally common. And then I stopped hunting as much. I probably last time I shot a deer, I was probably like 16 years old. But
So last time or first time?
The last time.
Mm.
And then I took some time off because I started partying, and then you go to college and all that stuff. And then around my sophomore year of college, or no, actually high school, I just started picking it up again, started shooting targets and just having fun with it. And then some of my friends were like, oh, you're naturally good at this. You should start competing. And I was like, oh, that's a whole nother ball game. I don't know if I want to get into that. And then I became addicted to it, and then it became a really expensive hobby because ammunition and then all your holsters and your mag pouches, and I mean, it's just so, and then your eye pro and your ear protection, and you have to have the best of the best stuff
You
and the
keep
most
upgrading too. Yeah.
And it's just, you can't stop, and then it becomes an addiction, and then you want another gun, and then you want this gun. Oh, that gun was fun to shoot, and I'm gonna go buy this one. What caliber is that? I'm gonna buy that one. I don't have a 45. Now I need to go buy a 45 caliber. It's just, and then here I am.
And here you are.
And I started posting it on Instagram. I didn't really expect my Instagram to grow as big as it did just because of firearms. I think.
When was that?
Instagram. When did Instagram just?
I think I more blow up around.
I was in
18.
I think I was
sorry, no, 16.
I just remember being in college, early in college, and sorry, I burped. And posting photos and videos of me shooting, and it just blew everyone's mind. And they're like, "Oh my god, there's a girl out here that can, do mag changes under, so and so amount of time." And yeah, then my content grew with the platform, and then Instagram took off, and then that's when my profile took off with it.
Oh, okay. So really early.
Yeah, so it was just, what the heck? It was super weird. And then and because I was so, I guess, proficient in firearms, I actually haven't shot a match in like almost a year now. Because I got so busy with streaming on Twitch, and then that's when Activision or Infinity Ward reached out to me, and they're like, "Hey, we're big fans of you. You shoot guns and all this stuff. We have a character in game that we think you would suit the part for. Would you like it?" And I was like, I thought someone was trolling me. I was like, Infinity Ward. I was like, wait, like Call of Duty? I was like,
Call of Duty?
like, "No way." I was like, "Whatever, I'll just respond to them." I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. Need me sign NDA."
Mhm.
And then I was on a conference call with, like, 3 other people, and they're like, "Okay, well, we're gonna fly you to LA, to Infinity Ward's HQ, and we're gonna get you scanned in and, do some photos and all this stuff." And I was like, "Oh, crap." And I was like, "Oh my god, no freaking way. This is crazy." And next thing you know, I'm, like, walking through Infinity Ward's HQ, and they're like, "Oh, you're the girl that shoots guns. We're a fan of you." And I'm like, "Dude, you literally make Call of Duty. What do you mean? Like, this is insane." All because I shoot guns on Instagram. It was nuts. Like, it still blows my mind to this
So
day.
how long did you know before they announced, like, the whole thing, especially with you in it? How long has it been?
Um, it would have been I flew let's see, I think they contacted me in March of last year, so it's been almost a year since
Mm,
since the email. And then I was out there in April, so and Call of Duty dropped when November?
okay. So
When
there
did
is at least, like, about 5 to 6 months that you were like, "Oh
Yeah,
my god, I did this," but then you
yeah.
can't say anything
I
yet.
can't say anything. So it was just like, "Ugh," biting my tongue. Oh, it was October, okay.
Yeah, so at least 5 months, if not 6.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, half a
and
year.
and the thing is they didn't even update me on anything. I didn't hear from them. Like, they're like, "Okay, thank you, have a good day," da, 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 da. I was like,
Mhm.
"Awesome, cool experience." Didn't hear from them maybe a month before COD released, and I thought that they
Dropped it and not use it.
just didn't wanna use me, or it
Mhm,
wasn't gonna work out, they found someone else, or they ended up not using the character in general. So I was like, "Yeah, whatever, it's still a cool experience, I still had fun."
mhm.
And then, my phone is blowing up, and they're like, "Dude, you're on my Xbox, you're on my PlayStation, you're on this, you're on my PC, you're on Twitch's Call of Duty poster," when you scroll through
Mhm.
game genres or whatever. And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And I open it up and it says Call of Duty Season 1 Modern Warfare with me, and I'm in my braid gun. I was like, "Oh my god, what the heck? They didn't tell me they were gonna do that." Like, it was a huge surprise to me. They didn't share what my character was gonna look like at all before. The only
Mhm.
time I saw my character was when my game was done downloading. And then I got to look at it and I was like, "What the heck?" I was like, "This is me. Oh my god." And I'm like freaking out because I thought I wasn't going to be used. So it was
Mhm.
a huge surprise. I don't know if they did that on purpose or not, or if they were just so busy to get it done because I mean, 5, 6 months getting a character, cinematic wise and all the photography and everything done it was pretty fast. So I'm
Oh,
sure they
yeah.
were
Oh, definitely. Making games is because I work with game developers before, and it takes forever to make games, to, like, making sure everything's working right, and I think it's a combination of both, like, they want to surprise you, but at the same time, there's so much going on, and also they the thing is with company these days is that, especially with giant companies, Activision, anything, is that there's so many departments involved, so they don't wanna overpromise anything. So
right.
it's more like,
Mm.
"Oh, let's just see how
Better
it
to be
works."
a surprise, I guess
Mhm.
over, instead of under.
Like, I'm not I was I'm you were super excited when I saw you post about on Twitter, but even I myself, when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, shit. That's her." I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, I was getting messages from people I haven't spoken to, I mean, since high school, and they were like, "I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's
sure it's you, but I just wanna make sure. Is this you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "What the fuck? What's up?" And I'm like, "Motherfucker, you haven't even talked to me in, like, 10 years. What do you mean, what's up?" It's so funny.
that is
It
so
was
cool. I'm sure you
yeah,
never imagined, like, playing guns and then all the way to now in a video game.
yeah, it's super weird. Like, it's still like, if someone was to say, if they're out of all the games in the world, if you were to ever be in one, I would say Call of Duty. Like, there is no other game that I would say that I would like to be a part of because Call of Duty is, like, one of the biggest franchise games in
Oh, yeah.
history of our lifetime. So it's like, I mean, that's it. It's like, well, where do I go from here? You know what I mean? What else is there
Oh, no,
to
your life has peaked now.
I know. So, people say, when they're at the bottom of the life, you like, oh, well, there's only one way up from here. There's only one direction. It's up when you're at the bottom. And I'm like, well, crap. I guess I'm going down. Oh,
Well, you better find something more exciting after this.
I know. What do I do now? Like, jump
Start
out
your
of
own video
airplane?
game.
Yeah, I could
Have
do
you jumped
that.
out of airplane before?
Yeah, once.
Yeah, I did skydiving once too.
It was fun. I would do it again,
Have you
but
done bungee jumping?
I don't know if I would.
It was scarier. I did both.
I hear it's worse.
It's worse because like with skydiving, first of all, you have some good time before you hit the ground. Like, and if anything, you have a lot of time before you go splat if that happens.
Yeah.
But with bungee jumping, it just never stop going faster. It keep going faster and faster until you're like, "Hey guys, I hope this works."
You're like this snap, or because I've seen some really messed up
hmm
videos of people getting, bungee jumping is way more dangerous than skydiving. Like, it
Oh yeah,
doesn't sound like it is.
because it's lower, but no, it's definitely scary.
No, it's like
Yeah.
and at least if something fails when you're skydiving,
Uh-huh.
you
You also have a second parachute,
yeah, and it's just perfected over time for people. I don't know.
But for bungee jump, there's just more like parts to it, right? Because you got the jumping part, you got the pulling part, and even if the rope, what we call it, is attached correctly, you could still get yank, and then it might hurt you. You don't know. Like depends how they are.
I just I don't mind jumping, free falling, doing all that crazy stuff. I just can't do the spinning thing. And so I feel like if I'm upside down and I'm bungee jumping and my body's like spinning and it I don't know if you were spinning at all.
It was actually not that bad. You get it's less spinning. It's more like I was like kind of like a clock,
Right, yeah.
kind of toss left and right kind of thing. But it wasn't that bad. So last time I did it, I was in New Zealand with Leanna Vamp. I'm not sure you know her, but we was like, oh, we did it over a bridge. So the not worst case scenario, but like if a bad case scenario, I touch water. Yeah.
Okay.
It was okay. They even asked me if I wanted to be dunked. Like they can set the strength a little bit to see, like, because they put me on a weight, right? So they know how heavy I am. And then they can decide how much tension they put or like how long the string is or something. And then they asked me like, do I want to touch the water? Like, no, I don't. I'm good because it was really cold too that day. So I'm like, nah, I'm good. But I like so.
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, exactly. So I did it, and then I was like, pretty cool. And then Leanna was like, hey, you want to do it again? I'm like, what? And I was like, let's just do it again. So we ended up doing 3 times in a row each.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The first time I did like a normal fall. Like, so the first time I was definitely a little bitch. Like they tell you to just fall and don't bend your knees or whatever. Like no, I kind of like whimper like and fall down instead. Yeah, like normally you just like go on like a ledge and you go like boom, like completely like straight up and straight down kind of thing. But instead I go like I kind of like bend my knee and be like oh no.
It'll be hard not to. That's like your body's natural.
Yeah, like your whole evolutionary telling you, like all your ancestors were alive because they don't do dumb shit like jumping off a bridge. That's why I'm alive. So instinctively, I should be alive because of this.
Yeah.
But so anyways, the first time was like, oh shit, and then after I did, it's like, okay, not bad. I can kind of do it again. So the second times, I think that's my favorite. I did backward, so I stand on the edge backward, and then like water is behind me, so I just like fall. And that was pretty cool. And the last one's like, all right, since the last one, let's just be more fun. I actually did run and jump backward and then flip off Leanna and her husband.
Gosh.
Yeah, I actually have videos of it too, so that was really fun.
I don't know if I would ever do it though. I don't know. At least skydiving, I'm connected to someone, so I don't have a choice. They're pushing you out, whether you like it or not. There's no like second chances. It's like you're going up, you're going down. There's only one way out.
And some of them do instead of jumping on 3, they jump on 2 because they don't want. Because like if you get scared and you do the dumb shit, you're gonna hurt yourself or hurt someone. It's gonna be worse. Yeah. So they say, all right, get ready, 1, 2, and just jump instead of 3.
So they're not like freaking out, grabbing onto things and messing up.
Because it'd be worse if you do that. Because like, what if you hurt the person behind you? You hit him, or then you scratch something. You pull the string accidentally. Like they don't want you to do that.
Yeah, that was
like after I did my skydiving the first time and the only time actually. I was like that was cool. I almost wanted to get licensed for it, but then it's so much time commitment. You have to do like 10 jumps and a bunch of other stuff.
I knew the owner of the guy who did it here locally in Myrtle Beach, and unfortunately, the city shut them down because they were landing on the beach,
Hmm.
which like bad apparently. So he said after an 8-hour course, I would jump by myself.
Oh.
I'm like, I was like, hold on, like I know we're cool and all, like I know you want to like help me, but like, can I just jump with someone a couple times first? He was like, no, I'll jump with you, but you'll be
By
um,
yourself, not
by
attached to the
yourself.
person.
Like, and I was just like, well, wait, I don't even know how to control this thing. You know what I mean? Shouldn't I be with someone first to figure out
You
how to
know.
work it? Like, it'd be fine. It's totally fine. I was like, okay. But yeah, no, I really wanted a license to jump. I would just,
Are
fortunately, they
you
got shut.
are you one of those adrenaline junkies? I know some people are really crazy on it, but it's
Yeah.
hard, right? Because like, there's, like, you have to do so much exciting stuff in order to be like, yeah, I get that feeling again.
It's like, I don't know what else to do. It's like, okay, so I went skydiving. Like, what's next? Like base jumping? I just don't think I would ever be able to do that.
Ooh, base
When
jumping.
I
What about
did,
gliding? Those like
I would
squirrel
love to do
suits. Those one.
Yeah. Well, I saw a video of a dude who went gliding with like another guy
Uh huh.
and he wasn't connected to him.
Uh
So
huh.
he was just hanging on with no harness.
Oh.
It didn't know until probably like, I don't know, I'll have to find it on YouTube or something. You should watch it. It's nuts. And this they finally realize that he's not harnessed in and he's hundreds of feet above the ground flying through the sky just with his hands holding on. That's it. And um I or unless it broke, I don't remember. But then you
Either way,
see
not
him,
connected.
he ended up, I think his tendons ended up being torn and he broke his wrist or something from holding on so tight until they got down to the ground. And the guy was like, hold on, hold on. And they had to bring him down. I was like, oh my God, that would suck so bad. I just watch dumb videos like that. And that's what keeps me from doing stupid things. Like, I
That
don't know.
reminded me of a cat was on a small plane. Like they were flying like a small plane, just like just viewing the city, kind of those kind of small plane. But then there was a cat outside, like outside the plane, like on the
Oh,
plane. Apparently, a cat sneaked on. I mean, they were able
dude,
to bring it
that's some
inside.
dumb stuff cats do all the time. You know, they get in
Yeah.
engines, car engines and
Hmm.
stuff, and dryers, and oh my gosh, I'd be like, "Oh, but stop the plane! There's a cat out here! Oh my god!"
Yeah. So, oh man, I don't know. It's really hard to do crazy stuff without, like, it's like a two have to have, right? It cannot be scary, but not danger. Like, it has to be both in order to make it scary because it has to have some sense of danger.
Yeah,
Um,
but I don't have to die.
exactly. Uh-huh. It does make me feel more alive though. Like after doing
Yeah,
it each time, those things like, oh shit, yeah, yeah.
like yeah, hell
I
yeah.
I do recommend people who are like depressed or on the verge, want to kill themselves, try skydiving and bungee jumping first. It's kind of, think of it this way. It's like suiciding without the commitment, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So give it a try, and then you might be like, shoot, I actually do not want to die. Yeah.
yeah, for real. I forgot what this thing is called. It's some bridge. I don't know if it's in Thailand or I want to say it's in Thailand. I'm not really sure, but it's super high above the ground.
Uh
Like
huh.
I don't know, thousand feet, and it's
Okay.
like these wooden panels that are like you have to really jump super far. They're really far apart to get across, and they connect you to
Uh huh.
harness in a little zip line above it, and you have to jump
Oh.
across it.
Ooh.
And it's super scary. And I'm like, oh God, see, like I'll jump off things, but just standing or balancing or climbing across something
Uh
really
huh.
high above the ground is what terrifies
It's
me.
very Lara Croft style, you know.
Yeah. There's actually a video of a guy who jumped the whole thing really fast.
Uh huh.
His harness came off.
Oh god, I
Did
think I saw
half
that.
of it without a harness on.
Does he know?
Yeah. He knew at the end.
Oh god.
And he was probably like, oh my God, like, oh God, screw that. So I
That's
feel like
my
sometimes
see. That's my problem. Don't think I'll mind doing, especially if I'm trying to flex. Like there's some friends that's like, Evan, I would do it, but then like peer pressure. But the
yeah.
problem is that I don't trust a lot of places of how their stuff is like managed and how safe their stuff are.
Like, yeah, especially, in other countries, you don't know how they don't give a
Yeah.
shit. know what I
don't,
mean?
of course
They're like,
not.
whatever. Tie you up,
Whatever.
babe.
You sign paper, whatever, because like they're making so little amounts of money that like you know what, like
You don't.
no, they don't.
They make
So
like
that's
20
the
cents an
problem.
hour or something stupid.
Yeah,
They don't.
yeah. So,
But
but yeah, no, maybe. So let's go back to guns because that's well, of course, one of the, actually no. Before we do gun thing, let's go back a little bit. Pastry, what is that about?
So I actually went to school I was a bio major and pre-med and wanted to be a surgeon.
So not even related. Okay.
No, at all. Life is funny. Ended up hating it, just because I was really good at drawing and painting and art and all this crap, but I still enjoyed science and biology, so that's what I went to school for. But when I was in school doing all this, I started a bakery with my mom, and we were doing French macarons and, scones and cupcakes. And, I ended up hating school, and I ended up just saying, "Screw this, I'm just gonna do the baking thing full time." We were really busy, we were doing really, really well. We had weddings and baby showers and all this stuff on top of, our storefront. And
Mhm.
it was just us 2. And, but it got super overwhelming, and it's very exhausting and very little sleep. You have to be up early to bake and then decorate just in time and put your product out, and we made it fresh every day, every morning. So there was no storage, there was no nothing. It was just like all made from scratch. And that's why everyone raved about our product, because it was never frozen or
Fresh.
anything. Or refrigerated. A lot of people refrigerate their cupcakes. Ours were never refrigerated. And we ended up selling it because we were just totally burnt out and exhausted. And we tried to hire employees, and
Just
employees
not the
suck.
same. Yeah, because they don't
They're
care.
horrible. They're so bad. They never showed up to work. I mean, I was 22, 23. I'm now 30 years old, but a 22, 23-year-old is telling 50-year-old lady, "Listen, this ain't gonna work because you can't show up to your job on time. I just caught you lying to me saying your car broke down when your car is parked literally down the street so you can claim that your car was broken, which is why you're late to work." So we were just like, "Screw this. I can't. It's too much stress to deal with
Yeah.
employees." So, so that's what yeah. So I did that for like 5 years,
Wow.
and and then Instagram took off, and then, started streaming on Twitch and doing all these gun stuff, and then now that's pretty much all I do. I do
That's
miss
a
baking.
that's a
Just don't miss
great story though. Like
I know. People are like, "Oh, you're so badass. You do all this stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, I used to bake cupcakes." They're like, "Wait, what?"
are you really sidetracked? Like are you thinking about having kids someday?
Yeah, I want at least one. I said I didn't, but I know 10 or 15 years from now,
Mhm.
when, I I guess grew up and have nothing else to do because I'm old and wrinkly, that I'll probably regret not having one or 2.
The
'Cause
reason I ask is that I think it'd be such a badass, like, oh, my mom is like used to do pastry, but then next thing you know, you know.
like, "What did he say to you? Is there a boy bullying you, honey? Cha-ching."
Be one of those parents that's like,
Don't mess with
so,
my mom.
oh, you taking my daughter to prom, right? I'm guess you'll be back by 10, right?
Usually everyone's scared of the dad. Don't be scared of the dad.
I think it's like a scene from Family Guy, like where Peter's loading the gun. It's like, I just want to talk. I just want to talk. That's it. I just want to talk. Putting like bullet into a shotgun and like
Yeah.
talking it. It's like, yeah.
Uh,
Oh man. So with the whole gun thing, do people? I mean, of course now it would be way less. But when you first started, do people question you if you actually know guns or you actually like guns?
Oh, all the time. They still do to this day. All the time. 'Cause it's such a male dominant industry,
Mhm,
and 'cause I wasn't in the military, I wanted to join the military because I didn't know what I wanted to do after high school.
mhm.
Like, I knew I wanted to do biology and the surgeon thing, but then I realized, you're so lost when you're a kid and you're 18 years old. You don't know what you want to do after that. So I was like, I'll just join the military and figure it out. My mom was like freaking out, like, no, don't do that, blah, blah, blah. Talked me out of it. But yeah, it's because I'm not in the military and I'm a woman. They think of it as, these aren't your guns or your boyfriend's guns or your father's guns, or you're just posing with guns. And that's how it really was at the beginning. I'm like, no, these are mine. Like, and now I'm at the point where I could just outshoot anybody who talks shit to me about it, like it's hilarious. So I just had to, maintain shooting consistently and training all the time just to prove yourself, which really sucks.
Oh, definitely.
I wanted to enjoy doing it, but having to prove yourself, whatever.
That's a similarity in the game. I mean, you do both too. You're also gaming, but I brought this up a few times, even in my vodcast, is that I never get questions about me playing video games. Even though I don't really play video games, I play a little bit, but I did not grow up, doing video games. I grew up doing school because I'm a good Asian boy. And here's the thing: my mom didn't go hardcore on me doing school, but they are even better at it. My parents are really liberal, very open. They can let me do whatever I want, but for some reason, they were able to inception my brain to be like, "Hey, doing school is good. Like being smart and doing good grade." And like, yes, I am proud of getting good grade.
Yes.
That's what I wanted this whole time. Now I think about it, it's like, wait a second, that
Like,
was their idea.
They planted that little seed in my brain.
So
it's like
good.
reverse psychology, you know what I mean?
I think I'll do the same for my kids though. Like, oh man, they did it so well, and that's a good lesson to learn.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I went to a gun range a few times. I definitely suck. I thought I'd be pretty good at it. Nope. Of course, I only did it a few times. It's like,
shoot a pistol?
Yeah, just pistol. Yeah, nothing big. I don't.
Those are honestly the hardest.
Is it?
Well, mm-hmm.
Is it because they don't have enough of I don't know why.
Like there's not a stock on it, so it doesn't help. With the recoil, there's so many more fundamentals to shooting a pistol accurately than there is an AR-15. Like you can just hold an AR-15 into your arm and just kind of aim the irons wherever it goes and pull the trigger, and
And I'm guessing also how much you pivot, right? Because like with an AR-15, you kind of move a little bit. You can kind of see where the next one can go. Like you shot too low, you can try up a little bit. But maybe with a pistol or handgun, it's a bit harder to.
If you overcompensate, like if you squeeze too hard on a pistol, you'll miss. There's just so many. If you jerk the trigger too much, you'll miss. Like there's just so many things. So whenever people who haven't shot before want to go to the range, I hand them an AR-15, this giant gun, and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to shoot that first. I want to shoot the little pistol." And I'm like, "No, like I promise, like the big gun is what you want to shoot, because when you see how you're going to perform with that pistol, you're going to be really upset at yourself of how bad you suck."
That's what I need to do. I need to just try an AR-15 or something. Maybe someday, when it's when I can go out again. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like shooting guns is kind of like bowling for me. It's pretty satisfying. Like at first, like because I'm from Hong Kong, right? We didn't have gun. We don't have gun.
You're in LA, so it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So they're like not really big fans of gun, which I get it. And at first, so I wasn't against it in the first place, but I have no really love for it or care for it. And then I shot the first time at a gun range. I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty fun. And like it's more like bowling. It's satisfying. You're hitting a target. It's kind of good entertainment as well and recreation kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now I feel like it's more than that too. And maybe you can tell me about how you feel. I'm sure you have a lot of feeling about this, about guns rights in America, and okay, like especially
now, people think well, I don't need a gun because I could just call 911. In what I got 3 minutes, I think is like the average time.
3 minutes is a long time though.
Yeah, it is. But now that we're in a this whole quarantine thing, we're actually spoke to an officer on the phone. Well, I didn't speak to him. My friend spoke to him. He was on speakerphone. They're not allowed to pull over anybody, and
Ooh.
they're not allowed to make calls unless they're emergencies. Like, so if any drug-related narcotics or anything like that, they're not going to make the call. So, especially with this quarantine thing going on, officers aren't going to. I mean, no one wants to come to your house. You know what I mean?
Does that mean I
So
can go speeding on the highway now?
yeah, that's what I was. I was like, yeah, I just got a freaking new truck and that thing is fast as shit. So I'm like doing burnouts in parking lots and going down highways, going like,
Because if they
20.
try to pull me over, I was like, excuse me?
Yeah. Like, I'm just going home. I'm feeling really sick.
To my Chinese family.
It
just came back from China.
And you're done. That's it. Get out of it. So, everyone's freaking out, which is why there's no ammo in stores anywhere. I was going to go to the range tomorrow, but I'm literally out of 9mm ammunition just because the store's been completely wiped. Just because everyone, no one knows what people are going to do. It's like, oh, I'm scared of the virus. I'm like, I'm not scared of the virus. I'm scared about y'all crazy people. God forbid this was a zombie apocalypse. We would be screwed. Just seeing how y'all act to a freaking flu.
Oh yeah, people always think they're badass and get ready for all of this, but they're definitely not.
Yeah. No, first thing you go for is the toilet paper. God forbid. But yeah. So I guess some people were firearm sales have gone up tremendously. Now people are starting to realize, you can't always rely on the government or an officer to, protect you, especially in something like this when they're even being told by, whoever's in charge of whatever not to even pull people over or only severe emergency house calls. So if someone, wants to loot your house, if things get really bad, luckily, they're keeping up with inventory in the grocery stores, probably just so, looting doesn't happen.
And I think that's why they're doing the stimulus check, where they're sending people money, because if people can't pay their rent, they can't have money for food, then they'll really try to, like, when you can't have money for food or even getting food, that's going to be a problem. Like, people will need to try to find food.
Well, when people get desperate, people do some crazy shit when they're desperate. So
I don't blame them. You got kids to feed,
Yeah. And then, your family a family to protect. And, now people are going and buying guns and now realizing, after all these gun laws that they're pushing, it takes a long time if you're not like, and I don't know how long it takes for you in LA. But in South Carolina, if you have a license to carry, you can purchase a gun and leave immediately with that firearm.
I don't think
but
you
I know
can
some
here.
places you have to wait like there's like a 10-day wait list or 30-day. I know in New
Cool-down
Jersey
period. Yeah.
months or something. I don't know, but yeah, and everyone's freaking out like, oh, I can't get a gun and protect my family, and I'm like, that's what you wanted.
Like, so here's my view on this. Like, especially when it comes to government, in of course, a safe, democratic country where everyone's more peaceful, maybe we do not need gun. But at the same time, I wonder if guns is the reason why we can have a democratic, peaceful country. Because like I was seeing a lot of cases in different countries, different world, where maybe they have dictatorship or stuff like that, where the government has gun, the army has gun, but there's no way for people to protect themselves. Like, again, at first I was like, kind of like, I went from don't care for gun to like, oh, gun was kind of fun, to like now it's like, okay, I might see more to it than what it is, because like care more for it, because
right. Well, Hong Kong, they were fighting back with chairs, and household items.
And like, if a government come in and say like, oh hey, and you can't just say, oh, non-violence, because like, let's say the government come in and they have this, because it's dictatorship, right? They can just come here and say, oh yeah, we need to take your mom, we need to take your kids because they violated the law. It's like, what law? Doesn't matter. We made a law that they violated. Right. And then they just take it. I'm doing it. They were like, oh, we're doing it peacefully. We're just taking them to, the police station or whatever, and then we'll never see them again. But you can't protect yourself if you don't have any weapons, or like when you fight the police with chair, then now you're the bad guy.
Right. Yeah. And people think, oh, well, it'll never get to that. That'll never happen. The government will never do that. And it's, you know,
And
even if even if maybe they wouldn't, it's like, why even take,
the chance.
the chance to being like, yeah, whatever. I'll just let someone control the rest of my life. You know what I mean? And just go with the flow. But like,
But
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Maybe
the other
we never
countries that are
got to that. We never got to that point because we do have guns, so we'll never will experience it. So I can't tell like which is the causation or like which is causing. Like maybe both.
there was an incident in, God, I can't remember. I want to say it was in Maryland, but I'm not 100% sure. There was a guy who posted on Instagram that they were coming to confiscate, the police were coming to confiscate all of his firearms for no reason. Unfortunately, ended up being that he was having a severe like PTSD meltdown and had some domestic violence issues, and they were coming to take the firearms because his wife called and said that she felt like he was either going to harm himself or someone. So that's what really it ended up being about, but he made it about that they're coming to get his guns for no reason. Even though that was a lie, the turnout for supporting this guy for other, 2A supporters, other gun, tactical dudes, what we call them, boogaloo or whatever the hell you want to call it. They all came out and supported this guy. And there was hundreds of people that showed up in the streets, and the cops were severely intimidated by these dudes with AR-15 strapped to them. Like, it's crazy. They ended up going in and arresting this guy at the end of the day, but it was upstate New York. Okay, Scourge, I see you. Yeah, I didn't know. I knew it was up north somewhere, but yeah, it was crazy that they were actually intimidated by civilians.
Are in your state is it open carry?
No. Texas is, and I was in Texas. I just moved back to South Carolina, which is where I am originally from. We don't have open carry. We have to conceal carry.
Do you between the two? Do you have a preference?
I don't open carry just because it makes people feel uncomfortable when I don't feel uncomfortable, but people who aren't, people who carry 2A supporters, when they see a gun on someone's hip, they feel really uncomfortable. And I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. And also, say if something was to go down or there's some crazy guy standing next to you, I mean, he looks at your gun, he could pull it out if you don't have it on retention. Retention, like a retention holster is what keeps your gun in your holster. You have to push a certain button or flip something on it to pull the gun out. So if you don't have a retention holster open carrying, someone could easily just pull it out. Or you could be the first target. Maybe someone will be like, oh, that guy's a gun. He's the first guy I'm going to take down. So it just makes yourself a target, and you make other people feel uncomfortable if you open carry. So I just leave it. I appendix carry. A lot of dudes don't like to appendix carry because the barrel is aimed right at the goods. So me, I don't really have that problem. But that's typically where I will carry, or in my purse, which they advise you not to carry in your bag, because if someone's to take your bag, well, there goes your defense. So.
Also, they'll get a surprise that they're trying to rob you, but like, oh no, there's a gun in it too.
Like, oh, well, yeah, there you go. That was gonna defend myself with that, but since you took that too, yeah, it's kind of dumb.
Yeah,
but I still.
Do you think the government is getting more like not locked down, but like trying to less gun freedom in this country, or do you think we're at the right good spots, or do you think like?
Yeah, for sure. I don't really pay attention to what each state is doing. There's just so many different states that are taking, their own direction with it, like reducing magazine capacity or making it only 10 rounds maximum when, 30 rounds here is standard. Like a 30 rounds in a magazine, like in an AR-15 PMag is 30 rounds. That's pretty standard. That's not high capacity. So it's just like they try to, I guess, verbiage is they try to make it sound scarier than what it is. Like these high capacity 30 round magazine. It's like that's standard, high capacity for me is like a 50 round mag drum or 100, I mean, there's way higher magazine capacities than that. 30 round is totally standard. Like when you buy an AR-15, the standard is a 30 round magazine. So they try to snip it a little bit at a time, try to make it sound way worse than what it is. So yeah.
And I feel like it's like most things in this country, like even big cats, is that like you maybe not big cats because that's kind of crazy, but with the gun is that people don't know enough about it, and lots of people are making decision and voting on something they really have no clues about it whatsoever. Because I've seen other topics and other culture and subjects that has been the case all the time because of that.
Yeah, there's people just regurgitate whatever they hear online. They don't actually seek to find the information themselves or educate themselves on any topic. And that's just not with firearms, that's with anything,
Like
just
vaccine.
regurgitate whatever. Yeah, and it's like
Flat Earth.
just do your own research and you'll actually come to find out, that it's just I don't know, it's crazy what's actually happening, and it won't really solve anything, I don't think personally, because you just got to take it down to basic human nature. How someone, I know in Europe, they're having a huge pandemic of just stabbings. Just, they didn't have they don't have firearms. I don't know what their laws are out there. I'm pretty sure they're not allowed to have them, period, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. I mean, most
So,
European
you don't have a gun,
countries
you're
should
just going to
be.
stab somebody. You don't have that, you don't, you're just going to beat the crap out of someone. Actually, I don't remember what the time was, but more people died to hands and feet, like being beaten to death, than they were shot with AR-15s. It's crazy. Yeah.
And is it in Europe or in America?
In America, or I don't even remember. I think it's just in the United States. I'll have to look it up. It was on like FBI.
I mean, most people don't carry an AR-15 around, so it's not like you can.
Yeah.
But bar fights happen all the time.
Yeah, it's like, hold on, let me pull this gun out of my leg. You know what I mean? Like,
hey girl, are you excited to see? Was I? Hey boy, I don't know. Was I? Hey, do you think I'm excited to see you, or is that an AR-15 in your pants?
No, your leg amputated. Why can't you walk right? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's cool. It's cool. Play it cool, man.
Leg.
I was in Switzerland a few years ago. I was a guest at a convention.
Really bad.
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's a very small country, in comparison to America, of course. Like, I think one of them told me you can drive from one side of the country to other side in 13 hours. In America, in California itself, you can't even get out of the states if you drive north and southbound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
especially Texas, California.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, even me going from LA to San Francisco without traffic is still maybe 6 hours.
I was about to say like 8 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. If you go from San Diego to San Francisco, that's 8 hours. To go San Diego to our capital, which is Sacramento, that's already 10 hours. But you're still in the state, and there's still at least like 3 more hours up and bottom of it. So so it's small. But then they have this mandatory, I guess, like you have to be in the army, like you have to serve at least a year or two, regardless, like between the age of 18 or 30, or something like that. I forgot what exactly like my tour guide kind of person told me about it too while we were taking the train. So all of them has, I think, I'm not, maybe it's only guys have to, girls might not, but they all have like gun training and they all have a gun at home. But I mean, they're not gonna bring it around, but it's just like everybody has it. But Switzerland is also one of the more peaceful country.
Right. Yeah, the problem with the United States and that thing is like Switzerland, people who are Switzerland are Swiss. United States is such a combination of so many different religions from so many different areas all over the world. Everyone wants to flock to the United States of America, and you have these, religion is like the number one thing for war, and it's like mix all these different types of people and races, beliefs together in one area of the world, and you got everyone wanting to murder each other, and so yeah, it's crazy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have people who are very they're very against gun and all this stuff, and also they like whenever a situation happens, they're like, oh, how come other countries are easily to ban gun quickly, and like, oh, they're like, we wish we can be like make things legislation as fast, but then I feel like it's not that easy, especially we kind of value freedom so much, and I think it's great. I think it's great that how people have choices and to listen to different voices, and
Yeah.
that's why things take forever. And a lot of other culture they don't seem to understand is that many countries or cultures it's very homogeneous, especially
Yeah.
Asian cultures. We all kind of the same. We don't want to stand out. It's the culture itself. And again, it's a little bit sidetrack, like Japan culture, right? Like Japanese.
I was literally going to say I went to Japan for the first time, and that was just like super eye-opening how different the culture is from the United States.
Mhm. Like so many people are, especially in my circle, in my industry, the gaming or cosplay, they idolize and romanticize how great Japanese culture is. Like, oh, they're so clean, they do all
Yeah.
this stuff. But at the same time, I don't think they understand how sexist or racist some of the ideology is. I guess, especially compared to America, because it's different. It's just very, very different, and that's why
Yeah.
they can do things a certain ways. But also, it's a little bit less freedom, I guess. It's less
Yeah.
democratic.
Everyone just seemed super depressed there. Like,
Oh yeah,
we
like
sat their
guys.
head down, and they're like looking like in the train, like super quiet. I thought it was really cool, like no talking phone or
Mhm.
everyone's super quiet, but everyone just looked so like just like, you know,
I mean, they have
down.
what the highest guy
Suicide.
suicide rates. Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
it's
like
bad.
you see guys like working really hard, going like to get on a train 6 in the morning, and then they riding the train back at like 10 p.m. at night. Sometimes they have to drink a lot. Yeah, to do
It's
business.
crazy. So it's like, oh, why can't we be like this country? This country, they're not murdering each other, and it's like, well, it's like their culture is
Hmm.
so different, and then they're all the same,
And we all only look at the good things. We don't look at the bad things. And it comes along. It's a balance. You can't have all the good things and not the bad things.
Right? Exactly.
So, well, nowadays you stream a lot though. So, what
Yes,
do you stream? Call of Duty, I'm guessing.
of course. How'd you know?
I wonder. I love how
Oh,
your mic have the perfect name on it, so you can
oh
see.
yeah. Dink.
Is that your
What's
logo
funny
as
is
well?
I'm not even using this one. It's just there.
Yeah.
I'm actually talking to you out of my headset, but
Okay.
I think,
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. That one's
yep,
right. Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
But before Call of Duty, I was playing Rainbow Six Siege for a while. Got tired of that game. There over the last like 2 or 3 years, I just feel like there hasn't been a game that came out that was just that amazing to me.
Mhm.
Like Apex was cool. Like I haven't had that much fun playing anything until when PUBG first came out. Ever since PUBG died off,
Mhm.
there's just like this period of time where I was like, there's no game I'm excited about until Modern Warfare, obviously. But there's this gap of like I didn't know what the heck to play or what to stream, and I was just bored out of my freaking mind. So I was just playing Siege. And I hate that game. And I was just forcing myself to play it. But yeah, so I probably won't ever play Siege ever again because I went like I feel like 2 years of just playing Siege. It felt like maybe it was a year, but it felt like two.
How often do you stream now then?
I try to stream every night. Life happens and I get caught up doing errands or something, or I'm
That's
out
still
of town.
crazy. Like, yeah, this is not like once a week. You're doing like trying to be as much as possible.
Yeah, every night. Well, I don't watch TV and
What's
I
your
play
hobby
video
then? Is it video games and
uh,
guns?
guns and gaming. Yeah, I'll paint from time to time. Um, I'm really bad at finishing what I start, though.
At least games is a little bit less expensive for a hobby. Guns are so
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah, they are, and it's like, oh, I got a $3,000 gun. Okay, cool. You also have to feed it ammunition, which costs even
Mhm.
more for a period of time. And it's like, oh, there goes 30 cents or 50 cents. Or if you're shooting anything like the 4570 I have behind me on the floor, it's like $1.50 a round. Just to shoot it one time, it's like there goes $1.50, there goes another $1.50. So,
Ouch. That is
and then
yeah.
I'm painting. I paint with oils, so that's like the most expensive painting material ever.
Oh yeah, paint is expensive. I have artist friends and they're a painter and stuff. Paints are so expensive, and they're so small bottles too. I
Yeah, it's like $8 to $10, sometimes $13 depending on the color.
oh yes,
They're
the
like,
color.
"Oh, it's like this big."
I think purple is one of the expensive one.
Yeah,
But
pink and
yeah,
purple are really expensive.
like
I'm
I'm an
just too
art
late.
supply.
Like, I could make it, I could mix the colors, but, like,
But if you
you know,
want to have
that
certain consistency, it's kind of hard too.
me sitting here and, yeah, I just don't feel like mixing anymore. Like, that was fun, like, learning, but
Hmm.
now I don't wanna do that.
It's same for me when it comes to like film photography. People always ask me like, "Oh, Martin, do you shoot film?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't do it anymore." It's fun and all, but it's if I have to develop it, buying them and then use up the roll and then developing
Mhm.
it and all this stuff and then print it out. So like, and then if I
Scan
want to edit
today.
it, I have to scan it in. It's like, it's just
Yeah, it's
so
just
much
not work.
work.
Just
Yeah.
work smarter, not harder. Costs a
And
little bit more, but,
yeah, and that's the reason why we have advanced and done all this stuff. It's just so that we can not have to do this. You know.
mhm.
How many guns do you have? You get asked that a lot, by the way.
Yeah, I think I'm about somewhere between 30 and 40. I'm gonna say we'll say, like, 33. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't even count. I should count, honestly. I should know exactly what number, but I
So
lost.
one thing I don't know is that like is so when I get a new camera, like a new camera come out, cool. It has better autofocus, better I don't know, has better a smaller body, bigger sensor size. What is that on the gun side? Like what is something like a new? Because like how do you keep coming out of new gun? What is better?
There's there isn't. It's just what is
Okay.
different. Like, some people hate on new and innovative because you have your old school, like,
Uh huh.
gun guys that don't want any new and creative things. They just think it's a bunch of crap, but I don't know, like, a Glock would come out with a 19X, and it's like, it's just a Glock 19, but the grip is just a little bit longer. I mean, that's it. It's like,
Mm.
there's nothing too crazy. However, there is a gun that just came out. It's called the Alien. Hold on. This thing is so expensive, and it is so cool, and I want one so bad.
The alien. Let's take a look.
Alien. And it is super sci-fi looking and over the top and ridiculous, and
Uh,
I need it in my life.
oh,
Yeah, that gun is super badass. I don't remember the cost of it though. I just know it's super freaking
$5,000, I think.
something, and it's like 4 or yeah, it's 5,000, I think. Lago makes it.
Lago alien. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing. Like,
Nationalinterest.com is or is showing me a
it
$5,000
looks
gun.
it
Yeah.
looks like, I don't even know.
Wow. Wait, okay, this is a render. I can't, but I'm not sure. But is there a reason to make it like that other than look, or is there
I guess
any?
it's just look. I honestly didn't even look into the mechanics of it. Like, I don't know.
Interesting.
Like, it looks like it would handle really well just because how high the grip goes underneath the slide. That
Uh
really
huh.
helps with managing the recoil. But
Mm.
it's crazy because it looks like the slide glides along
It came out in the back.
center
Yeah.
piece. I don't know. It looks really interesting.
I wonder would that change the balance?
I don't know.
What bullet does it
But
take?
I'm
What ammo?
curious. I wonder if it just takes, probably looks like it would take 9 millimeter.
Hmm. Okay.
I don't know, but when I saw that, I was like, "Oh my god,
Maybe you
this
should get
gun."
a gun sponsorship.
Yeah, right. They would probably like I could try. I don't really like reaching out. Like, I don't like reaching out to gun companies and be like, "Hey, excuse me, can I have a gun? I'll do content for you." I just feel super corny doing that. But
That's
for this
why
one,
that's why I get a manager. But like no, but also I wonder it would be different because you're a girl as well too. It's either gonna be really good or really
yeah,
bad.
so I don't want them to be like, "You're just some chick that wants to take, photos with it." But,
And it's harder too if you're pretty.
yeah, exactly. So Like, God forbid you're somewhat attractive, that means you're terrible at everything.
Oh yeah, it's such a weird concept. Like I thought we all agree that like we should not judge someone by the way they look. I thought that's a
Yeah,
really hard concept. But
if I
then
was ugly, I bet y'all would think I was a really good shooter, but because I'm somewhat moderately attractive, I'm probably like, "Ah, she shoots like shit," you know?
yeah. So
It's
and you
funny.
have to constantly prove yourself. That's I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I always have to do.
That's annoying. Anyway,
Or I go to SHOT Show. It's one of the biggest gun conventions in the world, and they
which one?
have it in Vegas. SHOT Show. It's in Vegas. It's
Mm,
kind of the same time as
I heard about it.
AVN.
Hmm.
Um, and the crossover is hilarious though, because you'll see, you know, the
Very
mixture
naked
in the
chick.
street between the half naked people and the tactical,
Because it's like
gun.
it's bottom floor and top floor, right? Like the top floor is AVN, the bottom floor
Yeah,
is a gun show.
it's pretty funny, but I've never
Uh,
actually been to the AVN. I've always wanted to. I think I don't know if it's open to the public or not. I just
it
know
is.
SHOT Show is
It's Sam.
not.
Wait. What do you mean? Like, what is the requirement?
You have to be in the firearm industry, so you have to work for a firearm company or be a media
Oh,
or something along those lines, and you have to show like a business email or a
mm,
paycheck stub to get a badge
gotcha.
to get
It's
in.
like
So
E3 for gaming, but like for guns.
yeah, exactly, but with
Mm-mm.
guns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
same thing.
for AVN, I think it's open. You just have to buy a ticket. I
Oh,
heard it's not as much fun anymore from all my cam friends. Uh,
why is that? Is it because they're just
I think it's just because it become so few things, right? One is that it became too
like
popular.
legalized? I guess.
It's
Oh,
too
yeah.
mainstream. It's too popular, but at the same time, you also have a lot of new girls coming in who are being silly and being dumb and trying to do dumb shit just to get. And also
Yeah,
here's another thing, because the AVN is run by My Free Cam mainly, but My Free Cam also bought Suicide Girl, and they also bought a few other things. So they're putting
yeah.
their focus more toward other stuff than AVN and Free Cam.
Convention. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm not sure. I mean, at least this happened before coronavirus. That'd be weird if they still do coronavirus, but 6 feet apart.
Usually, I get severely sick every year at a convention, all the
Mm.
time. Just because you have a mixture of so many different people, and you're shaking hands, and everyone wants a photo with you, and they're all on your face, and
Uh,
um,
all my friends always say that they always get sick the con plague after conventions, but
yeah,
me, because I go to a convention every other week on average.
you're immune to it. Your
It's
immune system is
it's
like,
one of the best thing about it, because my immune system is so strong. Like I can literally walk around. My friends will be sick. Like last time, my friend was definitely sick, and I still share drinks with them because I know it won't affect me, and it
yeah,
won't.
you're like immune to it. You don't have to
It's
worry about it.
so fun. It is so fun. It's one good thing. Because like at special conventions, like I see a lot of people very close range from all around the world, and parties happen every night. And
Hmm.
there's times I know people have drinks. I'm like, oh, can I try it? And then I would not have to worry about like, oh, you
Yeah,
probably get
sure,
sick.
whatever.
Yep,
Yeah,
it's like Tomb Raiding with a super suit on. That doesn't hurt you. Like, oh, arrow, cool, how cute. Oh, a trap. Oh, cool, spiky spike.
oh,
It's like,
you
oh, that's
might
a
be.
nice spike. Oh, well made. But like nothing. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
this year I'm
the
sick, surprisingly.
the worst ever happened is that I lost my voice for 2 days, and then I started drinking, and it went away. So I got my voice back. It
Maybe
was
it's
so
using
weird.
alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, there,
My solution was my
alcohol.
problem.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Dude,
That's
I've been
funny.
buying so much alcohol because every time I go out to buy toilet paper, I can't because there's no toilet paper. So I end up
Mhm.
buying alcohol, not on purpose, but like, oh, cool. There's a 6 pack of this, a 24 pack of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why
and now
not?
I'm at home. Why not? So I have so much alcohol at home.
I usually don't go to bars. I don't really drink that much, but since all the bars are closed and now, like, now I wanna drink, now I wanna party, I wanna go out, and I'm like
Hmm.
and usually I'm not like that, and the only reason why I want to is because I can't.
Yep, that is like my housemate's the same. He's an introvert. He likes to stay home, but then of course now it's like now you can't. Oh, but now I want to. Now, how
Now
dare
I don't
you?
wanna go out and be extroverted and go party, and I wanna be hungover, and now I'm like 'cause I'm like, this is what I do anyway,
Hmm.
so now I'm being forced to do it, and I'm like, "Well, no, screw you.
Yeah,
I
you
wanna
can't
go
tell me what
out
to do.
now. Yeah, screw this. I do this on my
Yeah,
own time."
my schedule usually is so irregular. There should be a convention for me every other week. So I don't have to plan anything. Things will just happen. But now because things are not happening, I have to plan things or like find something to do, and it's just
You're
oh
on the run, so now when you sit still, you're like, well, what do I
freak.
do with myself?
Yeah, and it
Have you had
sucks.
a lot of conventions canceled?
Oh yeah, a lot, so many. If I used to go to every other ones, and even the one that I wasn't going, they're all either canceled or postponed. Like
Yes.
my last one was PAX, so that's end of February, and then
Mhm.
there's like I forgot which two convention I'm going this month, and then there was WonderCon down here, and I was like, I finally got like industry, because I did a panel on Comic Con last year thanks to DeviantArt, so like, oh, I'm legit now, so I got
I like
a industry badge. It's really cool
Nice.
because like
Congrats.
I don't really, thank you. I don't really care for much most nerd cred or whatever because it's dumb. Because I'm not a real nerd. That's how I see it. I don't care. But anyway, I get the plaque that has that has a San Diego Comic Con logo on it with my name on it. I'm like, oh, I feel
Nice.
so legit. Because like you see
Yeah.
every single like movies when they do like announcements or the stuff or like the director doing a panel, they have that little plaque. Like I got one now. Like cool. But yeah, so that means I'm allowed to do WonderCon as industry. So great, but that's not happening. E3 is not happening. GDC didn't happen. Just so many things that's being canceled or postponed.
Yeah, that sucks. I love Slipknot. I don't know if you've listened to Slipknot at all.
Mm-mm.
They're a metal band that I've been listening to my whole childhood. I've never seen them live ever, and it's always been like on my bucket list. I have to see Slipknot live. Well, I bought tickets. They're $300 a piece for where I was, and it wasn't even like that close. It's just kind of middle
The
range. Not
closest, at least.
nosebleed, but it's not right up front, but it's, it'll work.
Mm-hmm.
And that is in June. So I'm like crossing my fingers, hoping that it doesn't get canceled because I'm gonna cry so bad. I probably won't cry, but I'll be really upset.
It's not even a money problem, It's like,
I don't even care. Like I'll pay extra. Just
yeah.
let me in. That guy like
yeah,
on
that meme. Yeah, let me.
let me in. I'll be
Oh.
upset.
Like
Yeah.
I know people were raving and going crazy over My Chemical Romance.
Oh yeah, yeah. I heard about that.
Like when was it supposed to start happening, or is it already happening supposedly?
I think it already. I don't know. I just remember seeing all the tweets about it. Everyone freaking out.
It's like so it's like it's a country tour, so it's like I think it's like all the way to end of year. I think it's a whole year.
Yeah.
So I wonder what happened to them now. Do they get the money back, or it's like
I don't know
who
how
have God?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that sucks.
But
And again, some of them it's not the money. It's like
exactly.
see my favorite band.
Exactly. I'm supposed to go to London and Scotland and Ireland in August.
For
So
fun or guesting?
yeah, just for fun. I like to. I have a couple friends that we just pick someplace we haven't been and go travel as much as I can while I have the energy.
Yeah.
Before I get too old, and while I can afford to, I just really want to travel a lot. And by August or June and August gets around, that this whole thing will kind of like be over and done with. I'm hoping.
Hopefully.
Crossing my fingers.
Because I was supposed to be in Hong Kong right now, actually. It's my flight today. Technically, my flight was supposed to come back from Hong Kong like today or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you get refunded for?
I did. But it's ironic because like I got refunded because I already tried to cancel it as soon as I knew about the whole virus going on in China and everything. But now Hong Kong and Singapore is actually safer, if not the safest in the world.
That's freaking nuts.
Because it's not their first rodeo and they've done this before.
Yeah, right. Because they already did the whole thing and they already have.
Yep, it's not that they have done SARS before and everything. And like, if I actually go back now, any America or like Europe, some of the Europe country and UK, if you go to Hong Kong, you actually have to do a 14-day self quarantine.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like, everything's backward now, and China is like shipping masks to America, so it's like everything's like, oh, this is kind of backward.
Yeah. That's cool though.
Yeah, my parents were supposed to go back too, but not anymore because they can't do anything to go back. They're gonna stay at home. Yeah.
I'm just curious how long this is gonna last because I know they were saying something about
there is a chart.
Go back normal by Easter, but now they're saying everything's going to be mandatory closed all through April up until May. So
there's this website that is a projections of how bad this will get and like how far it will go. And you are in South Carolina, right?
You're number one. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys apparently will be peaking in 25 days, April 26th. Like projection wise.
Woohoo!
And on that day, projection wise, it's not that bad. I mean, that sounds so silly and morbid, but like
it's not that bad.
It's 30 death on that day.
Oh.
Project wise. You guys, it's kind of small. Like you have like 1 or 2 per day right now. Again, I'm not saying anyone should die, but it's just comparison to number wise. I feel it's still bad everywhere. Like California, because like it's at least like California is gonna be 122 death on that day for us in April 27.
Wow.
And they update every day.
That's why I didn't understand. Well, I guess it makes sense why they would force businesses here who aren't a necessity to close down. Like, I get it. But up until May is like, that's crazy. Because we don't really have that many, I feel like.
No, you guys have really low death rates or like anything like that.
I get what they're trying to. I mean, I get it. They're trying to keep it from getting worse and spreading. So good on them. But
also old people, or people with health conditions.
Yeah, we have a lot of old people here because I live in Myrtle Beach. I don't know if you've ever been to Myrtle Beach, but it's like a big golf destination. There's lots and lots of golf, and old people love golf, and so you have the beach and the golf and all that, old people stuff.
You guys have only maybe 1 or 2, max 4 in the last last few days, and projected you will have about 1,000 deaths. At the end. Again, that sounds horrible, but let's say compared to California,
but it's not like compared to New York or California.
No. Oh, California is projected 5K. Actually, let's look at New York. Yeah, right. High score, man. Like this is not one time to get high score. New York is projected at 15,000. Yeah, like 15 times more than what you have.
That's insane.
It is insane, and the thing is that people are not being smart too. That's the problem.
Yeah, people aren't staying inside. Which I mean, I'm not either. I mean, I am. I'm inside.
It's one thing about staying inside, but like how they spreading it.
I'm in my car. I don't go out and coughing on a bunch of people. I'm like, I don't have any food. I'm going to the grocery store.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah. Also, we're younger, stronger.
Yeah.
I actually work out more now because I'm stuck at home.
I was going to my gym. Probably a bad idea.
It's not closed? It should be closed now.
No, it's closed now. But it wasn't just because it wasn't being forced.
Mm-hmm.
The owner's super cool. And they're wiping everything down after everybody. She was being super cautious, but yeah, that's what I was doing. Like there wasn't really that many people there anyway. Like I'm pretty sure everyone was staying at home, so there's no one. It wasn't too crazy. But now that that's closed, I would just go to the gym for an hour, and it gave me something to do and get out of the house. And I'm like, crap! Now the gym is closed. Everything else is being forced. Like we can't even go to the beach here. Like the beaches are closed.
Except Florida. And some part of Florida is, some part is not. It's by county, I think.
Drive down to Florida because I'm losing my mind. The amenities, like I have a pool. I have a couple pools here in my complex, and it's like those are closed. So now I'm just like losing my mind.
Yeah, like so when it first started, I actually went out more. Like when I say first started, I'm talking about like January, right? January, maybe even early February, but mostly January. I was actually going to the gym quite often and restaurant as well because it's super clean. Because they wipe down everything. They're like, oh, we're gonna have a crazy flu. Let's just making sure everything's clean. So then now it's like, oh, everything's closed. So
like crap.
Well, at least we can stream. All right. But anyway, where can people find you? Especially stream, Twitter, Instagram. Where can they find you?
Instagram. Everything is the same like yours. Don't have anything super cool for each platform. It's just Alex_Zedra all around. I actually just started YouTube. It's the same Alex_Zedra. I'm actually really bad at doing YouTube content.
Yeah,
And it's
except
gonna
you
be
have
even
already
worse now since I can't go out and do anything.
you already have
So
50K,
kind of
55K followers. I was watching your stuff earlier because you, as I was trying to say, oh, let's see what have Alex been up to, and then I saw a video of you, yeah, what, getting the poster
App
from
growing.
GameStop.
Yeah, I did that right. Thank God I did that right before this whole virus thing went through, or I wouldn't have
Yeah,
been able to get any of those.
no, because they tried to be essential service, but that didn't work.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what did you do? You went to different store to grab the poster with your face on it.
Yeah, this one. I actually still have them. I haven't given them away. Like I don't. I got to figure out how I'm going to give them away on YouTube. I've never done a giveaway on YouTube before because I'm so bad
Do you
at.
want to push YouTube or Twitch?
I don't know
Depends
because
what
I
you
was
want
going
to
to give
push.
one away on Twitch and I was going to give one away on YouTube.
I feel like it's hard
The
on
one on,
YouTube, right? Because YouTube is kind of hard to like.
yeah,
What do they have to
like
do? Like follow you? And I
Instagram.
mean,
I don't know. Like I said, just comment below and subscribe to the channel. I'll pick someone out of the comment section or whatever. But then I'm like, do I make a video out of giving that away on YouTube, or do I just pick someone out and just send it? I just feel
no,
like it's not as.
you would have to make a YouTube video for this.
Yeah, I think so too. Which is why I haven't done it.
Yeah. Dude,
But
content creation is so much work. So much work.
it is. People are like, oh, I feel so sorry for you. You must be so tired. I'm like, I am.
I just made a YouTube video about like, because everyone is now like, oh, people are just being content creators. That's how they do for a living. I want to do that. No, you're always tired.
Realize
Yeah,
how exhausting it is.
and I keep telling people like being a content creator is not an easy way out. In fact, it's the opposite. You just do more
Yeah,
work, and hopefully, it's not. The good thing is that it could be a high reward, but it's a high risk. It's high risk, high reward.
yeah, for
Like,
sure. And then when you put something out that you work so hard on and it just completely bombs or doesn't do what you thought it would do, and you're like,
shit. Yeah,
I suck.
yeah.
You get really down on yourself.
Oh, and it's reality because they'll be like, oh, you'll be like, oh, I think this is funny. Oh, I think this is cool. And it's like, no, the internet is very fickle. It will let you know instantly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
doing something for April Fools tomorrow, and I'm gonna post something on also.
Tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a guest tomorrow too. But I told them when I messaged them, it's like, hey, I swear tomorrow, like we're doing this. I'm not kidding. Like it's actually, a podcast. But I was in a schoolgirl outfit earlier. In fact, right before we were chatting,
my
I was
God.
doing a shoot as a schoolgirl outfit. Oh man,
That's hilarious.
I'll message it to you. It's I'm not,
Please do. I need to see this.
I shaved my legs too. Like I spent so much effort on this. Yeah. So I'm like, why I steamed the whole thing and making sure there's no wrinkle, and I like shaved my whole legs. I'm like, it's for April
It's gonna
Fools,
look like a
man.
cactus when it starts growing out.
Yeah, I'm doing so much for it, but it's dumb.
Mm.
Anyway, lots of fun. Again, thank you so much for being on the show. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, I did. It was fun.
All right.
We hit everything.
Yeah, it's a fun chat. All right, everyone, chat. Thank you so much for joining. And again, you can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us live on Twitch. You can also find us on a lot of podcast platform. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.